Hey, what is going on, everybody? The name is Dave Ravlick, and I am honored and excited to be here with each and every one of you. And I would like to welcome you to something new that I thought we would try out and introduce to you something that is very exciting, very special, and very unique that we are going to be doing coming up here in the next couple of months. And before I share that portion, I want to welcome you all to the climb. And wherever you are on the mountain today, trailhead, switchbacks, or near the summit, you're in the right place and you're not climbing alone. Let's get into it. For all those who know who I am, my name is David Vrablik, and I am the founder and president of New Beginnings Motivation. And over the last year and a half, myself and my business partner and my best friend, Austin Cunliffe, and I have been hosting virtual summits called the Mountain Summit Virtual. And each of these virtuals have impacted my life in so many ways. And I am truly grateful to each of all of our amazing speakers who are more than just colleagues. They have become very dear friends and they have become family of the Green and Black. And back in June, on June 10th and 11th, Austin Cunliffe, who is my business partner of New Beginnings Motivation, announced that we are going to be hosting the Mountain Summit Live coming up September 25th through the 27th here in Denver, Colorado. And today I just wanted to touch on something why I built the Mountain Summit Virtual and why we're doing our first Mountain Summit Live, because losing someone that we love and care about is something that is deeply, deeply personal. And something I've noticed over the last 8 years since I lost my brother Joe is that a lot of people don't talk about their loved ones who have passed away. And for me, the only way that I knew how to heal over the loss of Joey was to be able to talk about it, was to be able to share stories of he and I growing up as kids in Apollo Beach, Florida, and when we moved back to Colorado in 1995. Not only the serious moments in life, when I asked him to be my best man and stand next to me at my wedding, or the stories about he and I going back to Disney with our significant others because we were massive Disney fanatics, but also the funny memories that would encourage us to laugh. And when I thought about that, it would bring up in the beginning, right after I lost him, the pain that would come with that was immense. And I remember one time standing at King Soopers, which is our local grocery store here in Parker, Colorado. And I remember standing in line and a mother came into the quick service lane to check out, and her two boys came, a older brother and a younger brother. And I remember watching the younger brother wandering around, wanting to pick out candy, going to grab, I think it was a Coca-Cola or a Cherry Coke, and the older brother was saying, Mom already told us that we couldn't do that. And I remember turning around, and it must have been a week or two after losing Joey and the funeral was done, and friends and family went back home to get on with life. And I remember standing there and looking at these two kids, and my heart instantly sunk into the pit of my stomach. And I remember thinking to myself, I can't take this right now. And I remember leaving everything that my wife asked me to pick up at the store there in the checkout line, and I had to leave. Because I remember thinking, I miss my brother so much right now. I don't know how I'm going to live the next 30 to 40 years of my life without my big brother. And I remember walking out to my truck in tears because not only was my heart aching and yearning for my brother to come back, but I started to think to myself, I can't keep living my life like this. And what was crazy to me was that was only 2 weeks after he passed. And there were moments after that where looking at pictures, watching a video, looking at something on the road that I would pass by that would instantly remind me of him. I even considered not ever going back to Disney. And you know something I realized? Pain was taking over my life. And that's what I really quick want to bring up today, because if we allow pain to dictate how we live our lives, it's a massive liar, folks. It's one of the most convincing liars in the history of the world. It'll wake you up at 2 a.m. in the morning and keep you awake, telling you that you'll never get, not over the loss, but you'll never be able to enjoy life again because your loved ones are no longer here. The pain causes fear. Because I remember back in 2018, around May or June, if I began to start living again, that would be dishonoring my brother. And I want to challenge that here on, right now, today, live. Because, as I mentioned earlier, pain is one of those biggest liars in life. And I want to encourage each and every one of you that have seen the Mountain Summit Virtual and all the incredible stories with all of the men and women that have spoken on our summits. It's okay to accept the pain and to be with it for a time. But let's not let it control our life. And so really quick today, I want to call out those lies together. The lie that you're alone, not true. There may be a time in your life and a season in your life where the phone may not be ringing as much. And that's probably because your best friend, your loved ones want to give you space. But I want to encourage you to remember that you were never alone in the first place. Because first things first is they're in your heart for the ones that have left us. We're never truly alone. I want to encourage you to think that if you're in that moment right now, reach out to your loved ones. Tell them that you miss them. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you just want to hear their voice for 5 minutes. The second lie is you'll never recover. The truth, I want to encourage you, wherever you are, look how far you've come. You're up. You're moving around. You're out. You're talking with friends and family. And even though that could be a daunting task, to even be able to do that, That is something that is a massive win and that needs to be celebrated. The third, you'll never smile again. Here's the truth, my friends. You have already smiled. That moment in that grocery store, when I looked at those two kids and I looked back to how far I've come from that moment, and I see two brothers together laughing and having a grand old time, I love it because it reminds me of what Joey and I had when we were that age. It fills my heart with so much joy. Think back to a time that fills your heart up when the moments get heavy, when the moments get rough, and you're missing your loved one. Think about one of their corniest jokes and one of their favorite movies that the two of you could sit down and laugh and even quote. And I want to challenge you as we get ready to wrap up this live together today. What lie does your pain tell you the most? What's the truth you need to hear today? Who reminds you of the truth when you can't see it? And what lie are you ready to stop believing? Don't believe everything pain tells you. It's going to try to knock you off your game. It speaks loudest before the sunrise comes up. Post the lie if you're done believing it. And we'll answer it with the truth right there in the comments. Because we all have a beautiful story that needs to be heard. We all were blessed to have the years that we had with our loved ones. And I want to encourage each and every one of you as we finish up the first day of the climb, is that the climb for today is honoring the legacy of our loved ones while we continue to live our legacy in the now. Drop your comment in this video wherever you're watching it. Tag someone who needs this trail. And I'll see you tomorrow. Come join me in base camp. And let's keep climbing. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your Tuesday. And I'll see you all tomorrow.